Third nomination, Children's Wish Foundation, nominated by Stephanie. And our speaker tonight is Jane Fitzpatrick, and I think she's going to be joined by Stephanie. No? Is Stephanie coming too? And Stephanie is actually a past wish recipient, so take it away.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, thank you so much for having Children's Wish Foundation for the third time, 3 times the charm. I just want to quickly touch on Children's Wish Foundation is across Canada. We grant wishes for children with life-threatening illnesses. The impact of a wish is massive. It lasts a lifetime. And I think the best person to really touch to that point and speak to that point is Stephanie. So Stephanie is one of our very own wish children. And she's going to talk about the impact of her wish and how many years later it's still impacting her and her family and the road to her recovery from a wish. And I have a doctor, I don't know if Stephanie spoke to that, but we have a doctor on our staff from Sick Kids, and he says that the best prescription he can write is a wish. Things change quickly for wish children when they start planning their wish, and Stephanie's going to talk to you a little bit about that. So thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Thanks, Jane. Hello, everybody. My name is Stephanie Atwood, and I am grateful today that 21 years ago, the Children's Wish Foundation came into my life. When I was 7 years old, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor called a craniopharyngioma. It is a rare brain tumor that typically affects children between the ages of 5 and 14. They grow near the pituitary gland at the base of the brain. At 7 years old, the hospital is a very scary place. I don't know that I fully understood what was going on with my health, but I knew that I was very sick. Surgery occurred shortly after my diagnosis. I remember when they took me in for surgery that I thought I was going to die, and to me it felt like I was saying goodbye to my family. The days after surgery were a blur. Doctors were coming and going, prescriptions and medications were being prescribed and adjusted. It was overwhelming. I was also changing myself. I started gaining a lot of weight because I no longer had a pituitary gland because of the way that my brain tumor was positioned. Thank you. And my skin also became very sensitive, that it hurt to the touch. I had no control over what was going on with my body, and it was a struggle. It was not just my world, though. It was also my family's world. I was the first one in my family to ever get sick. How do we all adjust to this new life? What does it look like, and where do we start? And it's trying to find our new normal. And then the Children's Wish Foundation came into my life. I remember that I knew right away that I wanted to go to Disney World. I remember getting a box in the mail filled with Disney-themed items and plane tickets for my whole family and myself to go to Disney World. I was so excited that I could barely contain myself. This would be a time when we as a family were going to have fun, good times, laughing, that was desperately needed at that time. The Children's Wish Foundation covered everything: flight, accommodation, meals, and attractions for my parents, my brother, and myself. Thank you. For the days we were in Disney World, it was an escape from what I had just gone through. Being in this magical place allowed me to forget that I was sick. I got to be a normal kid again. No pain, no fear, just laughing and making memories. What Children's Wish Foundation gave to me and my family was the opportunity to go to a place to let go, find our footing, and it gave us time to rejuvenate and somewhat heal. They gave us a chance to refuel, get the fuel that we needed to start the beginning of the rest of our lives. They gave us a lifetime of memories and the will to keep fighting. Life is good, life will be good again soon. The wishes that the Children's Wish Foundation give are so much more than just a wish. They are gifts of hope, gifts of joy, gifts of a hope for tomorrow. The wishes grant children the opportunity to realize that although life may be a bit different than the ones they once knew, and they may face challenges and obstacles, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. They are not alone, and that miracles happen every day. Now, looking back 20 years ago, I now realize what the Children's Wish Foundation gave me and my family was a precious gift, and I will always be thankful for that.